Zero, what's our YouTube channel, Dutchie?
Chaotic Radio Life.
Chaotic Radio Life.
Chaotic and radio are two separate words. I don't know why the fucking whoever set that up's a fucking idiot.
I don't know.
I did it.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
But it is what it is. So yeah, but it's fucking good. It's worth fucking listening to, watching. Anyway, welcome, fuckers.
Yeah, thanks.
Some Kind of Nightmare. Fucking love the name.
It's a great name.
It's a fucking great name, isn't it? How long you guys been around?
12 years.
How come I've never heard of you then?
We're always gone out of California.
Are you really?
I was asking them before. They seem like every time I hear about them, they're constantly touring, and I'm always trying to book them, and they're never in town. But they're constantly touring. You said you live on the road.
Yeah. We tour. Lately, for the last couple of years, it's been 3 months on and 2 to 3 weeks off. 3 months on, 2 to 3 weeks off.
That's
that
a
tough?
lot of fucking... You must love it.
We do.
Even just slumming it. Like
Yeah.
slumming it in wherever the fuck you stay.
Yeah.
Because you already came in the studio, and I know you're looking for somewhere to crash kind of thing, right? You're on tour, and it's like... And do you never have anything fucking booked? Like, it's definitely not hotels by the sound of it.
No hotels. We don't waste our money on hotels.
Well, you said you used couchsurfing.com before, right?
We have.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's been a while. We usually stay with some friends from Apathy Cycle, but they're not really available to host us right now. So
I like that to host us.
I put word out there. I put word out there on Facebook, so hopefully
Thank you.
somebody
Awesome,
will let us know.
So, with the tour... You're from San Diego, I just found out.
Yeah.
yes.
Right? The tour has just started, or is it just finishing?
No, we're about like a month and a half into this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about a month and a half. We started off in San Diego and started back in February, and then did like a loop out to the Midwest and then the South, and then now we're looping back around and getting ready to go back up to like the Northwest. So about a month and a half into this one.
And how long of a break are you going to have before you go back around?
At the end of May, we're taking 2 weeks off in North Carolina, and then we're back on for another 4 months, I think.
So you're going to stay 2 weeks in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Do you
we
know
got some
where
friends.
you're staying? Or you're staying with friends?
Oh yeah.
Yes. It's echoey.
That's why.
Is it?
Yeah.
There, okay.
So,
There we go.
how many shows do you play a year?
I think it averaged out to like 250. I think 250.
Fucking
It's
hell.
like-
Shows a year?
Yeah, we try to do 20 to 25 a month. So, but they don't always come together. But we did we sat down and like added everything up one day and like got an average out of it, and it's about 250 a year.
And I'm going to ask a really fucking... I don't think I've ever asked this question. Are you fucking stupid?
A little bit, yeah, a little stupid, a little crazy.
I mean, you're not making money, are you? Or are you?
Not really, no.
Do you play with... Is it all little fucking punk dive bars, or are you playing some decent places with some decent bands?
Mostly like the dive bars. We play some of the bigger places, house shows. Anywhere we can get something, we'll do it.
Any backyard
Convenience
parties?
stores.
Any backyard parties?
Yeah, they,
yes.
they know lots of backyard parties, those guys.
Yeah,
back there.
we do backyard parties all the time, actually.
Nice.
Hey,
Do you?
Andrew, you guys know a place they can stay tonight? They need a place to crash.
Do you know a place they could stay, Jay?
They have a show in L.A. So
Oh, shit.
hit up your friends.
Wait, where do you guys have a show tonight at?
The Boulevard.
Yeah, the Boulevard.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so you're leaving here. The Boulevard is where? Whittier, right?
I have no idea.
LA.
See, now you're a rock star. Now you've just got... I don't know where I'm going. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be in... Where are we?
Well, yeah.
The Boulevard, I believe, is in Whittier. Or Whittier, as
I'm
you
not
Americans
sure,
like to say, right? So you're looking for somewhere to crash down there? All right, let me get my kid on that. Her uncle lives down there.
Awesome, thank you.
He's
Yeah,
going to say no. It's my ex-wife's brother fucking hate me, so there's nowhere in the world that would help you.
Yeah, we've been in the van the last 2 nights. The night before we stayed we slept in the van just in the Doll Hut parking lot.
Oh, that's right, you guys. I missed
Yeah,
that show, too. You
and then
guys were
last
there.
night we just slept in some residential neighborhood. And
Well, you got a
Yeah.
van. That's what it's good for. Those good things are good
yeah,
for sleeping
it's
in.
just all of our friends in town are
Why,
out of town.
why the
so.
fuck do you do it? I mean, apart from the fact, don't get me wrong, yeah, it's fun, but there's got to be a cut-off where you go, fuck this, no?
It has its ups and downs, you know. Like the highs are really high, the lows are low, and I don't know. Why not?
How many of you in the band?
3.
Just 3 of us.
That's not bad. It's not like it's 5 stinky.
No.
It makes it a lot
No,
easier.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's therapy. It's therapeutic.
Do you have boyfriends and girlfriends and wives and shit?
We're
Yeah,
married.
she's right there.
That makes it easy.
I'm
That
sitting
makes
next
it
to her.
really easy.
So do you two get the back of the van and he gets the front?
No, he actually gets the most comfy seat in the whole van when he sleeps in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Why the fuck? Well, you gotta let the fucking lady get comfy.
She slept on the floor last night.
Oh,
Wow, we have never had a band like you. I mean, well, yeah, we've had a couple, the ones from Washington.
Yeah, they know those bands. Yeah.
They fucking stunk fucking high heaven.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ, yeah.
no.
I got hot water in there, but you good for now. The
Right.
air's on, so once it starts getting a bit sticky, and it might kick up a bit. But I joke about that. Where do you fucking look after yourself? But showers and shit like that.
Well, we've been doing this for 5 years, so we have friends all over the country that we stay
It's
with.
fucking. I'm about. He's still like.
There's quite a few bands that do this. Yeah, and you just people know who you are and where you go. They expect you to come. Yeah.
Yeah.
They feed you
People-
and they help you. Yeah.
People get disappointed if we don't stay with them sometimes. They're like,
Yeah,
what
they take
the
it
hell?
as an insult. Like if they come to the show and they look on our merch table, we put a little sign out that says, "Hey, we need a place to crash." And some of our friends will see that, like, "Hey, what the fuck is that? Like, take that off there. You're staying with me."
Yeah.
So
Oh, they're
Nope.
offended you didn't ask them.
yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. There's really good people out there.
And you haven't been doing this the whole 12 years.
No, just the last like 5 to 6, I think.
What made you decide that you wanted to live on the road and do this?
The second tour that we ever did was a 2-week tour, and we went from San Diego out to New York City and then back again. And when we got back, a couple months went by, and we just started thinking, like, well, why did we come back? Like, what was the purpose? We had so much fun out there. We really liked it. And, like, well, we came back because we had to get back to our jobs. We had to keep paying our rent. So we just decided, like, well, what if we eliminated those things that made us come back, and we can just do this full time?
Eliminate the job, eliminate the rent.
Yeah, so
That's easy.
we got rid of all of our possessions. We got rid of the place we were living at, and we just packed everything into a van and been doing it ever since.
And you're going to keep on doing it.
As long as we can, yeah.
When you say as long as you can, there's nothing to stop you, is there? Because you got no kids, right? Or do you?
No kids.
Right? No dogs and cats. No homes. No rent. So there's no reason.
That seems like a good life.
It is.
It seems.
It's very rewarding. Very rewarding.
It takes a special kind of person, I think, to do it for as full time as we do. Because some people, they're not really built for it. But I don't know, we just have the right chemistry to make it work somehow. So I can't explain it. It just works.
What's the fun places that you go and sneak into? Because you must do that.
Sneak into,
yeah,
what
fuck
do you mean?
yeah.
What do you mean? Like you and, okay, yeah, like you?
Yeah, like me. Right? Because I don't want to. No, fuck
I'm
it.
not gonna
I
say
want
it.
to say it on the air. I live in the station. Right? There's no shower here. I have to go to the fucking gym every day. Right? I use the 5-star hotel down the street to go in their pool. Right? I've got fucking keys, plastic keys hidden in their bushes.
I can't believe
Right.
you're talking about this.
To put it over the fence so I can get in. They got a hot and cold shower in there, right? So, and then I pick up the phone and say, "More towels, please," right? And room service, and they come and shit like that. I came to America.
Give something in return as much as we can.
I've only known you for half hour, and it seems like you're the nicest fucking people. Like you would be absolutely no fucking problem. Like if I had somewhere you could stay, right, that was near your show, I'd do it. If your show was down the street, I'd say crash in the station.
Oh,
You
thank
know?
you. That means a lot.
And I had that with D-Mob, didn't I?
You had a weekend party with D-Mob.
Well, I took a British band. A
weekend?
British band. I took the week off, and I'd never met these guys, and the whole fucking band went on tour and stayed at my house. I ended up going on tour with them for the fun of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, never met their friends for life now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. Just like that one chance encounter, and then like you meet a lifelong friend.
Yeah.
There are so many people we consider family because of this lifestyle.
Give them a shout out. Is there anyone in particular that you can just go, when we go on the road, there's certain fucking friends that we have to book a show in that area to go see and stay with?
Oh yeah, we purposely like routed to where we would be in Albuquerque for Thanksgiving because we had a friend there that's every
Oh,
year.
that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every year is like, yeah, I want you guys to be here for Thanksgiving, and it's never been able to work out. But this past Thanksgiving, we finally made it happen. So we just stayed with him and his family for the week, and So yeah, there's definitely places where we're like, no, we have to go there. We have to at least take 1 or 2 days off to hang out with this person. And
That is fucking cool.
That's
as well.
nice. Yeah.
So I was just saying before the show, we've done this show for a long time now, right? We have other shows, and we interview people, and we interview bands. Especially, it's all bands, and we don't play enough of their music because we get excited and we talk.
Yeah.
And listening to Zig's show last night, Zig had an amazing metal band on there, and I think we only played 3 songs, and it's like they were a great fucking band. The people who were listening must want to hear the music as well as the bullshit, you know.
I want to hear the music.
So yeah, so do I. So we'll play. I don't know what it's called. I ain't got my glasses on. Too old for that shit. Right, come on, Kate, help me out.
We the lepers.
Oh, we the fucking
We the
lepers. Ain't
lepers.
that true? Is that a taser?
No.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
in case you guys get out of line, we got
I want a fucking.
What
beer.
is that, Josh? Tell them what it is.
They heard about you, Dutchie.
Josh doesn't want to talk. Oh
Oh.
I'm just a wallflower.
no, you're a part of this.
He's the film guy right now.
Yeah.
You're making a documentary, you said,
Yes.
right?
yes.
For yourselves or for release?
I'm gonna leave that one up to
Okay,
you.
now he has to speak.
Oh, no.
Yes, because this was all his idea.
Come on, take his camera and film him so he's in the
Oh,
documentary.
yes.
I don't
There
want to
you
hear
go.
this film.
He's
Too
on
late
the
now.
hot seat. The hot seat.
No, I met these guys like 4 years ago, and we did shows with my band from Milwaukee, Billy Dreamer, and I've been having them come anytime they come through Milwaukee. I set them up with a nice show and try to get them something good. And I mean, we've been friends ever since. And a couple times like last year, and right now they needed a drummer, and I was like, I'll do it. But with this one, because we're going to all the spots that we're going to, like San Diego, like their hometown, and just all the spots where they're really loved, I really was like, well, let's do a documentary. I mean, because they've been talking about doing it for years, and no one really stepped up to the plate. And I got my tax return, and I was
Cool.
like, well, I'll get some stuff. Let's do it.
Fucking A.
That's awesome.
Who
So
needs a
is it-
place to live? I
It's
get
like
a camera.
a documentary on life on the road.
Oh, just on these guys, like telling their story and, you know, all the things they've been through for the last 12 years and to where they are now. I mean, it's quite
I
a
can't
story
wait to see
tell.
that.
And
Yeah,
it's going
for
to be
sure.
really cool. I think we're up to like 80 interviews we've done so
Wow.
far.
Where are you playing this weekend? Are you playing this local area or will you be gone?
This weekend, I think Friday is Vegas, and then Saturday's Bakersfield.
Oh,
And then
wow.
Sunday is the Bay Area. We're playing Gilman Street on Sunday.
No,
Oh,
nice.
so you're going back up?
Yeah, heading up to like all the way up to Seattle area.
Oh, okay. You guys know Robbie up there in Washington.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I
we
love
stay
Robbie.
with him.
Yes.
We love
Mhm.
him.
Yeah, I know you guys stay
And
with
his
them.
family,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
great. They're really awesome.
It's funny. One of the Facebook memories pops up recently of, and I've never seen so many people in this studio. I mean, they were from there. We took a picture out, and all the way around, I think there was like 16,
it was Potbelly,
16 or
it
17
was,
people trying to get in a
Robbie's
picture.
band. I
Oh,
think
was
other
it that
band.
West Coast tour that they all did?
I think so.
Nice.
What, 2 years ago?
Yeah, a couple
Yeah,
years.
a
ago.
couple
yeah,
years
not
ago.
a part of it. I think it was. It was
Ah,
three different
fucking
bands.
hell.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
All right, let's play some music.
Yes, chaoticradio.com, Beautiful Disaster, Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Some Kind of Nightmare live in studio.
Let me fly Bad Radio, Good Radio, and Chaotic Radio. In that order.
And that was FDA approved by Some Kind of Nightmare, who we have live in studio on A Beautiful Disaster. Yes.
I love San Diego. It's the first place I ever lived when I got to America 26 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I met some girls. I was singing in a band, a regular band, but I was singing
what's a regular band?
You know, a Saturday lunchtime pub band singing Chuck Berry and
cover band,
Dire Straits and all that kind of stuff. And it was a pub full of soldiers. And I ended up being his Saturday lunchtime Let's Laugh at Dutchie, you know. Because once he knew who I was, we did punk versions of La Bamba and
that's pretty funny,
and Chuck Berry and Beach Boys and shit like that. Like before it was even before me first and the Gimme Gimmes, right? But and it was a pub full of soldiers and they fucking loved it. And there was a couple of girls from San Diego on a European tour, you know, just like going around, and they gave me their number and said, if you ever come over, and boom, 3 months later there I was, and I've been here ever since.
Awesome.
But they went to SDSU, so I went down there. And
you partied with the...
I lived on the beach pretty much. I lived in a hotel down there for 3 months. And a hotel, the building's still there, but the hotel's not a hotel anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Right on the corner of C Street, it was in a hotel called the Churchill. And it was made to be like an English castle. It's fucking hilarious. 200...
Is it still there?
The building's still there. When you walked in, it was all dark and dingy like a castle with fake candles everywhere.
That's kind of cool.
$220 a month.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Yeah.
Don't you wish you could find one of them?
Yeah.
To live in a castle, yeah, if you like that. With bugs like a real castle. You don't have, it doesn't sound, and I could be totally wrong, it doesn't sound like you have plans that you really want to be a big band and make money out of it. Is that a dream or not?
We've always just kind of when we started the band, the goal was to just let happen what will happen. We never really wanted to like try and quote unquote make it. It was just see how far it goes, and so it's not really a goal to do that. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If not, then have fun doing it.
That's why you guys just go with the flow. You just go where the wind blows you and just do what the universe. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's why it works.
That's why it works.
That's exactly why it works.
Well, what I've told a lot of people lately, because I realized this is a very good time for us because, we've made it through the first couple of years of touring. We've built up contacts. We've grown, which is nice. But we're still on a personal level with everyone, and we get to see all of the scenes across the country and know it on a personal level, and it means the world to me, this stage in our lives.
That's so awesome. I was actually talking to Andrew about this on Thursday, about how cool it would be, because every city and every area has like their own little scene, to go to each scene and check it out and check out the music. And that's what you guys are doing with your documentary, right, too?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I would love to be able to do something like that.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things about the different types of venues we get to go to. Like, we get to see what the bar scenes are like with the shows. We get to see what the house shows are like. And we get to see what the bigger venues are as well. So we get a little taste of each scene and what stage it's at. Who
has your favorite Sorry, Dutchie. I had to ask that question. Who has your favorite scene and favorite
Oh,
clubs?
no.
Which area?
no,
Which
we-
area?
Oh,
Which
no.
area? Which
We
area?
always-
I'm curious. Which area?
You're
Which
always
scared.
avoid
You're
it.
gonna scared you're gonna piss someone off now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
That's how it goes.
Don't ever be scared about that. You got to be honest.
Yeah,
come on.
because that's one of the reasons why I would want to go travel around to see it, because I want to see the differences and see who's more into it and more. So tell me who.
Josh, who was your favorite
No,
so
you-
far?
Yeah, let's ask Josh.
Yeah, Josh, who was your
what's been your
favorite
favorite
so
so far?
I will say San Antonio was probably my favorite show so far.
Really?
San Antonio's got a good one. Yeah.
Have a good scene.
We love Atlanta as well.
I always enjoy the whole West Coast and Southwest, like just because like everywhere from Texas to San Diego just feels like home to me. So I don't know. I kind of like all of it.
But your favorite, like is there one?
Oh no!
Come on,
man.
you're
Just do
just
it.
being pussies now. You're just trying to keep everyone. You're trying to keep everyone happy when you both know you all three of you go. Fuck, this is our favorite place. Yours may be different from us.
Yeah.
You could have a different opinion, even though
That's
you're married.
true.
That's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's honestly just too many though.
I know,
Like
bullshit.
they're all
I'm going to
pretty
put you on
good
the spot.
though.
Your favorite place. Your favorite place to play. What city?
Oh man.
Oh no.
Come on. You know.
Pass. Pass.
Here's your chance.
Okay, let me think. San Diego. I love playing San Diego.
It sounds a little biased because it's kind of our hometown, but
Where-
it is
where-
always pretty good.
Where's the punk places to play in San Diego? We went down there a couple of times
Tower Bar.
and played the Shakedown.
top-
It's gone now, right?
Yeah, the top three for us is Tower Bar, Till 2 Club, and the Bancroft. That's where we usually go. I don't know. Those are kind of like our little homes down there.
Where are they in San Diego?
The Tower is in City Heights. I think Till 2 is technically still City Heights as well. And then the Bancroft is down in Spring Valley.
So nothing downtown.
We've only played downtown once, and it was kind of weird.
They kicked the punk out of downtown San
They kinda
Diego
did.
just when I was getting there.
Yeah,
There was a big fucking warehouse that was a punk club. And I'm going back to 90. I was there in 91. A big fucking warehouse. So I just happened to be walking past. Right on the corner of the what's it called? The Lamplight District? Fucking black not
Gaslight.
gas lamp district, right? Gas lamp district.
Gas lamp.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Gaslight. Gas lamp.
close enough.
gassy.
And I went in there and I was like, what the fuck? It was one of the best punk clubs I've ever fucking been in.
Yeah.
And it was just almost an abandoned fucking building that they turned into a club.
Well, sometimes those are the best ones. Like Josh over there was saying, San Antonio was his favorite show. It was a tire shop that we played at. Our friends down there bought a tire shop, and it's fully functional. They still work on tires out of there, but they also turn it to a DIY
That's
punk
rad.
space.
Shut
Like,
up.
No,
That
when you
is
go in,
rad.
they have like all these band T-shirts hanging from the rafters and stuff from bands that have played there, and it was an amazing show.
So daytime they sell tires.
Yeah,
Nighttime?
by day tire shop, by night punk rock venue.
See, that's like me,
We
Dutchie.
played there three times, and every time we played there was absolutely
That's
amazing.
cool. That's
yeah.
very
Bring,
cool.
bring your own beer, obviously.
Yeah, BYOP.
You know what? We should do that. With Chaotic Radio should host a fucking punk band once a month.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
There's room. Not in here, but out there is.
yeah.
There you go.
We totally should. I wouldn't mind that.
No, of course you would.
We've played in smaller places. We played in smaller.
The funniest one was the convenience store.
We played at a convenience
at a
store.
convenience
Yeah,
store? Where was
Denton,
that?
Texas.
In Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did you get that?
I have no idea.
Mark
Just walked
Mark
in.
Just
Kimberlin.
walked in and started setting shit up.
Mark Kimberlin from the band Madeline. He set it up for us.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a phone call.
Uh-oh.
Put them on through.
Hello. You're live on Chaotic Radio with Dutchie the Punk DJ and myself, Kat Monroe. We have Some Kind of Nightmare live in studio. I went blank for a second. Oh
Too
my
many
God.
syllables in the name.
Yes. Who is this? Oh, they don't want to talk.
Sorry,
They hung
They
up.
left. I scared them.
Oh.
Yeah, it was that awkward pause you did,
Yes,
Kat.
probably. Well, they should have spoken.
Exactly, yeah. I don't do all that. I can't do it. I forget. I'm never going to put myself in a position to forget the name of a band. Right?
I do. I just went blank. I just
It's
completely
all right. That
blanked, yeah.
happens. We still love you.
Yes. Has nothing to do with my little puff before the show.
Just now. But it sounds like the great thing about you is you can't ever be fucking disappointed, can you?
Yeah.
Or can you? She's
She
like,
laughed,
"Fuck
so
yeah."
yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can.
After ours, no. After our story, no. No.
And Dutchie likes the good stories, the dirty laundry and.
Oh yeah, I mean,
stuff. He wants to hear.
It's punk stuff, isn't it? I mean, I get bored, and I'm never going to ask. So where can we find your music? Fucking people want to find it, they'll find it. It's on Bandcamp, it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's wherever the fuck it is. You know.
I see what you did there.
What I do? Drops it in anyway. I don't know if it is, but that's the thing about it. If we ask bands, it's so we know where we can find it. And to me, I don't want to interview anyone. I want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to have a beer with you. I want to have a laugh with you. Some of the bands bore me to fucking tears, right? And at one stage, I'm going to make a list and actually tell those bands you're never coming back. But I don't want to be an interviewer. I don't want to ask you who's your influences. I don't like fucking. It's boring as fuck to me.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know. I don't even know what I want to know.
He wants to know the dirty laundry.
I want to know where the best fights were. I want to.
See?
I want to know.
no. He wants
I want
the
to know the
stories.
show. I want to know the show that just turned into a fucking either the worst nightmare because of whatever it be, and you know why you got fucking kicked out and arrested. In
Oh,
the
have you
van.
got kicked out of any venues?
There was one where we were not welcomed back.
What
it was
city?
my. Oh God, what city was that? Capistrano Beach.
San Juan Capistrano Beach.
Yeah. It was my second show on bass, and I was playing on the floor, and all of a sudden the whole bar broke out into a brawl, like the entire bar. So basically, people were trying to break up fights, and a new fight would start.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there was some kind of like there's like a bunch of
crazy.
like local tension between people that didn't like each other, and we didn't know all this was brewing around us at the time.
You were just innocent
And
bystanders.
you kicked it off. You started.
No, what happened was we
I
brought
did.
our friends up with us, and our friend didn't know that these people didn't want to mosh, but he's like, fuck it, I'm going to mosh anyways, and start pushing people around, and like that physical tension broke all the other tension, and everybody just started fighting while we were on stage, and like there was this big like 5-foot tall monitor that almost landed on Molly and everything, and
Oh my
the
God.
entire it was like an old like Cowboys and Indians movie, like everybody was just like punching
Except
each
a
other.
punk
and-
rock scene, yeah.
yeah, it was, and we didn't know what to do. Like, we stopped playing. We're like, "Hey guys, like, stop!" And they just kept going. Like, fucking, like, counted 1, 2, 3, and jumped right back into the chorus of the song and kept it going.
We finished the set.
Yeah, we
Fights
finished it
and all.
up.
Oh,
yeah.
see, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Must have been a view for you guys to see though from the stage.
It
Oh,
was
yeah,
intense. It was intense.
Yeah, man,
So what was the reason? There's no good reason that you're not invited back. You didn't fucking start it. You didn't-
the owner just didn't understand. She's like, "Yeah, they fought while you were playing, so you're out. You're never playing here again." And we never
Oh, they
never
just blame you
yeah.
because you were there. Yeah.
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 Yeah, well, the amount of shows you play, one doesn't fucking matter.
We would like to
That's
go
true.
back down there, but yeah, we haven't played since.
Do you go to a lot of shows? Stupid question, I guess. Do you ever go to a lot of shows outside of you playing, or do you just not get time?
Every once in a while, usually on our breaks or like a day off or something, if one of our friends are playing somewhere. I don't remember the last show that I just went to, honestly.
We went to one in San Diego. Couple
Yeah.
in San Diego.
Yeah, we took a few weeks off in San Diego back in February, so we went to some local shows and stuff. Like our friends from Cincinnati were in town playing, and we went and checked them out. And
Friends from Vegas.
friends from Vegas came out. And we
That's
went and saw
awesome.
them.
You guys probably have friends everywhere that you can see anywhere in the United States.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, like being back in San Diego and having friends from around the country, like coming into town while we were there, and we got to see them all. It was awesome.
So, is family in San Diego?
No family.
So when you go back there, you're in the same position as you are everywhere else now, then?
Yeah.
Or do you just know more friends?
Well, we know a friend who rents out rooms to musicians. So we just save up and rent out a room for 2 to 3 months.
Oh, that
Or
works.
2 to 3
Yeah.
weeks, sorry.
That works.
KateRadio.com, you're live on the air. Who are we talking to?
We're talking to George Coder.
Oh, Coder.
It's a friend of yours?
Coder, we love you.
What's up?
How's it going?
How's it going? Are we live?
You're live, man.
Man, how many people are listening? Do we have any idea?
About 50,000.
50,000.
Maybe 2.
50,000 people have tuned in for this, and I just couldn't pass it up.
They're all over Europe. They're all over Australia. They're all over fucking Canada. And then the whole of the
hello
US.
to Australia, Canada, and whoever else decided to tune in. Now I seen you guys post on Facebook that you was doing an interview there or something, and I figured, hell, I got to join in.
Yeah,
Well, we're glad
to
you
have
did.
Where's George from?
Where are you
I'm
from, Coder?
Ohio.
Or Cody, sorry.
Coder.
Coder.
Yeah.
Coder.
Ohio.
Coder's from Ohio.
Ohio, it's still winter here and it shouldn't be. So I'm debating on whether or not to leave or just wait for the world to end or what.
Yeah, you guys just got hit with like a blizzard or something, didn't you, man?
Well, it's not snowing or anything. It's just colder than hell.
So you want to talk about a crazy guy? He wants to go on the road with us and live on the road with us.
Well,
It's gonna happen.
how's that crazier than you guys just going on the road by yourselves? You guys already
That's
do
true.
that. Yeah.
That's true.
Everything's crazier when I'm involved.
Yeah, there you go.
You come back with some good stories for sure, huh? So how did you meet Coder at one of your shows?
No, I met him when we used to work at the DHL Air Park in Wilmington, Ohio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were in security.
We didn't work there. We survived there.
We survived there. We totally did. When we moved out to California, he actually rode with us out here and really helped us plant our feet here. And we're very grateful for Coder. We love you so much.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
cool.
love you guys as well. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just packed the bag and went. So
Yeah, you came out there. You stayed with us like at least for a week, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
a
was,
week, maybe 2
bunch
weeks.
of crazy people all living together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was definitely an interesting trip.
So did you make it a point to go
No
by
doubt
and see
about that.
Coder every time you guys were in Ohio?
Oh yeah, we just saw him last time we were there. Actually.
He did an interview
Yeah,
for
we
the
had
documentary.
Oh, cool. Way cool.
It was pretty good spaghetti.
Yeah, we made some spaghetti.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
It was pretty good.
50,000 people listen. I'm over here talking about spaghetti. I mean, come on. Who can make spaghetti that popular? 50,000? Come on.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling in, Coder.
Hey, thank you guys.
We
guys
love
be
you.
safe out there.
Will do. Love you.
Love you as well.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com. Beautiful Disaster Dutchie, the punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe. We have some kind of nightmare live in studio. Now, you guys have been doing this, around the United States. Have you got international?
No, not yet.
Do you want to?
Very badly.
Like where?
Europe would be amazing. Australia would be awesome. We
Yeah.
have some friends down in Australia called Strawberry Fist Cake, and they said that they would book us a tour down there. We just got to call them. So
That's awesome. Yeah, right now, for my Thursday show, I do the DIY and some bands from around the world. There's quite a few Australian bands that are just really good right now. I don't know. I just noticed it this past maybe few months that all of a sudden there's a whole bunch coming up. I don't know if you guys know anything about
No, yeah.
that. It's
awesome.
Good stuff. And you guys get to hear it everywhere. I'm so jealous of that. I'm so jealous that you get to go to all the different places and hear all the music. Do you like pick up CDs and stuff and have your collection of
oh yeah.
music?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For your van, I bet you listen to it all the way. Huh?
Oh yeah. Well, there are certain days where we like silence. Like there are sometimes 8-hour drives
Over
where
the
we
music,
just don't
yeah.
even talk or anything. I don't know. That's your time for solitude. But a lot of the times we listen to bands we play with.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's good music.
That's definitely.
Do you ever get that lucky gig, the big one, the big bands?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few times a year we'll get some bigger shows, but it doesn't happen all the time though.
Well, it must be difficult because, especially nowadays, it's all, not all, but there's a lot of pay-to-play shit going on.
Yeah,
You know.
we do not do that. Definitely.
Luckily, though, I think that's kind of died off a lot. Like when we first started doing this 5 years ago, we ran into a lot of pay-to-play places, and I hardly ever bump into them anymore. Or maybe it's just because we know the places to avoid now.
avoid
I don't
them.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely less of them than there used to be.
And then even for you, because you're away so much, even trying to coordinate any of that shit would be difficult.
Yeah, I think that's why we when we get the bigger shows, it's based off of luck, just because we can't look at another band's calendar and be like, oh, they're gonna play that city, like let's be there, like we already have our own tour schedule planned out. So it's just whenever paths cross and we know the right people, it kind of comes together for us.
I've never had a band like you in it before.
Good.
I'm trying to think if we have. Yeah, we haven't.
Like I said, we had the guys from
We've got other
Washington,
bands we have other bands on tour too, but not bands that are as much on tour as you. There's bands around here definitely that play all the time, but I don't think they even play as much as you do.
Can I play back to San Diego?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
It's so you got 3 CDs, right?
Yeah.
Are you writing all the time while you're out on the road?
No, that kind of comes together.
You can think of
just whenever it happens, it happens. That's good.
You just have to always have a notebook and pen.
Well, it is a good name for a song, considering you continue to keep going back to San Diego.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing is the inspiration behind writing it.
Actually, that song was written. All right, now we're going down the rabbit hole. That song was written when I was finishing chemo in Ohio, and the drive to get back on the road and to get back to San Diego. That's where that song came from.
Well, I'm going to listen to it first.
Okay.
And then we'll talk a little bit more.
Yes, chaoticradio.com, Beautiful Disaster, Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Some Kind of Nightmare, live in studio.
Hi, this is John Easdale from Drum Rum and the Reckless Drifters, and you're listening to chaoticradio.com. Chaoticradio.com, That's Some Kind of Nightmare with Let's Escape. And previously that was down in San Diego. You have Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Andrew and AJ back there from Set Blasters helping us out in sound. And we have Some Kind of Nightmare live in studio.
Yeah, hey, you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Those are two Set Blasters back there. Those are the guys, if you guys want to do backyard parties and stuff here.
Yeah,
like the LA, like the big ones, all ages.
Yeah, definitely.
They do a lot of them.
That's going to be part of your next tour.
Yeah, they do. They do lots of shows with people. Like, how many people go to the bigger shows that you do in the backyard? How many people go there?
There's lots. It's usually like, what would you say, like 50 people plus?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the cap for the size of the place. I mean,
what's the biggest one you've done? Really?
I've seen 50. I've seen 4. You know, Lord knows we've all seen 4, but
let's talk.
You know,
let's talk.
Yeah, let's get that set up.
I'll make sure you get in touch with them. Yeah, because right now the backyard parties and stuff like that are big in Southern California.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
because it's all ages and it's
That's
the backyard
what we
party.
need.
Yeah,
all ages. That's so,
great for bands
be
because the younger people are the ones that are going to
promise you.
pass it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with those younger people.
You're a snob, Dutchie.
I'm not a snob. I just don't want to be around those fuckers. Look at those fuckers.
Don't knock it till you try it, Dutchie.
That's true. I've never been to a fucking backyard.
Yes, we're gonna take you. We're gonna take you to.
party.
We are gonna take you. It's gonna be better than the Jello Biafra
There's
dance
a good
party.
fucking reason for it.
No, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna be addicted. You're gonna be like, I want to go to all the
Let's
backyard
go.
parties.
Set it up. Set it up so
We
my
will.
band can play
Yes.
with you.
Oh, really?
Then I'll get Casey to sing for us. No, I'm
At a
serious.
backyard party, that'd be rad.
Wouldn't that?
Yes, that'd be like in the old, like in the '80s. That's how it was. Casey singing in backyards. Same thing.
Yeah, I forgot the questions I was going to ask you now.
About the song, the song, Return to San Diego.
No, I forgot. I told you, I forgot.
okay.
I think it's short attention span now. That's why I stay at backyards.
What is that supposed to mean?
I can't remember it again. Once I get there. But saying that, there's a lot of boring fucking shows. There's a lot of boring shows in bars now. They're getting. I think they're getting worse, not
Going
better.
to the wrong bars.
Really? Oh, you know what? I don't care who's listening. I'm going to knock the dough out a little bit. You guys put on so many shows, right?
Well, it's gotta be.
With the same bands so often that it just kind of goes, oh, fuck it, I'm not going to go again. I'm not going to go and see those 3 bands, those 5 bands again. Right? I can see 'em.
Oversaturation.
I can see
oversaturation is definitely a dangerous
that,
thing.
in LA, that's huge right
so,
now.
but please, again, when I say that, don't take it the wrong way. You guys work your ass off more than any bar in our, to make sure that there is good music and there's good bands.
Well, see what happens too. So 3 or 4 bands. I'm cutting you off, Dutchie. The 3 or 4 bands that do play, they get better and better each time.
Yeah.
You guys probably seen that with repeat bands, and they get better, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, where'd they come from?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know me and you spoke about this last week because you got a big show on Friday night, right? Is it Friday or Saturday night?
Friday for what?
No,
I think that's.
Or is it a couple of weeks
yeah,
from
it's a
now?
couple
Next
weeks
week.
from now, Agent Orange.
Agent Orange and Narcoleptic Youth.
Yeah.
I fucking said narcoleptic youth the other day.
I always have trouble with narcoleptic.
And Brenda goes, you said narcoleptic. I went, fuck off. No, I didn't. She said, no, you did. I'm like, I didn't. I don't say narcoleptic. And then I cut and edited the replay. And
It was
going,
narcoleptic,
fucking hell, what a retard.
No, they make fun of me because I stutter over that. It's a big word, narcoleptic.
Narcoleptic.
See,
And after
okay,
a couple
then.
glasses of wine, I have a little difficulty.
Yeah, me too. So you said when you were writing that song, it was after you beat.
Online and
It was intense.
I know. I think we were supposed to have a show, and then something happened. I think is what.
Yeah, that's right. We had to cancel because I was diagnosed.
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
That must be the scariest thing in life.
That was terrifying, but there came a point, and I think it's because we've been traveling so long that I made peace with it. So no matter what the outcome, I've lived a full life, and I'm
You're doing what you love.
Yeah, and I'm gonna fight no matter what. But I had made peace with it.
How long ago?
2015, I was diagnosed, and then 2016 was my last chemo.
And all clear ever since?
I'm in remission. Yeah.
Cool. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And you again, you just said, you've lived a full life. You're young, No, you hate seeing cancer's a fucker, right?
Oh, it is.
And you see so many people taken by it, and it's one of those things with, we put man on the moon in 68, 69, whatever the fuck, but we can't cure cancer yet,
Right.
So it's kind of like it is when people say, fuck cancer. It's that thing that you. So, yeah, to beat it is huge. I lost my mum to it.
I'm so sorry.
Because she smoked. Well, you know what? If you smoke 50 a day from the age of 12, you might fucking just die from it. We got another phone call. Let's get cheered up. Hey, put them on through for me.
Hello. You're live on chaoticradio.com.
Hello. So my name is Abby, and Josh knows me. He said I should call in and talk to you guys. Molly, I couldn't help but want to ask you about your breast cancer experience and how. I mean, not to get too in depth here, but my doctor wants me to get a mammogram. I've got some pain going on, and I really don't want to. It freaks the hell out of me.
You have to. You have to. You don't have a choice. You have to. You got to get it taken care of. If you want, just message me and vent to me about it, and we'll definitely talk. But you have to stay on top of it. Early detection. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, number one, I hear that it's like, isn't that bad? Like to get a mammogram though, like doesn't it crush? So crush something.
Even if it did, and it saves your life, even
it's
if
worth
you know,
it.
you have to save your life because it's the most precious fucking thing any of us have got.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared, like getting my head in the sand, like if I don't do it, nothing,
You've got this. You've got this.
How hard? How much did it hurt? The mammogram.
It was only uncomfortable.
This is the dumbest thing.
Honey, you're talking to somebody who had a double mastectomy, which is way worse.
I know.
So no, the mammogram's nothing. The mammogram's nothing.
Mammogram.
No, the mammogram's nothing. It's just a little uncomfortable. That's it. You're good.
Okay.
You're good, Mama.
Okay.
You've got this.
I love you guys. Like I didn't even really care about punk rock before I started listening to you guys a couple weeks ago when Josh joined you. It was like, holy shit, this is great. Where have you been all my life?
Aww.
So I'm now a bit of a stalker.
Well, we love you. We love you.
Researching everything. And I don't know if Josh told you, but I'm learning the bass and it's like, holy shit, if I could be as badass and as good as Molly is, like,
oh, you're even better. You're a total badass. I don't even know you. I can tell you're a badass.
No, I just started learning the bass so I could play with Josh's band.
Good on you. Do it. Make it happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, yeah. When you started talking about your breast cancer experience stuff, I was like, I gotta call and ask her. I mean, I don't know anyone who's had breast cancer. I mean, other kind of cancers, but it's like it just kind of freaks me out. So
it's scary, but just stay on top of it. Just go with the flow, roll with the punches, do what you have to do because you've got this. Yeah. And I'll be there to help you along the way. Just message me.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I'm thinking about you, and you're in my prayers. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll be seeing you guys in Fort Atkinson.
Awesome. Looking forward to officially meeting you.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Abby.
Bye.
You have a stalker. That's a good stalker, though.
That's just what I was going to say. That's a sweetheart.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's funny because you never know. We never know what we're going to talk about, A lot of the bands who come in, I've never met them, Some of them I'll never meet again. The majority of them I bump into all the time in different places, Never recognize a fucking single one of them.
Nope.
Because there's so many people come in and out, And then we see them in a different environment.
In the dark.
Yeah, drunk.
In the dark, yeah.
In the drunk
Deer goggles
dark,
with dark, yeah.
But it's bands like you, like every band that comes in. We have nothing without you. Nothing. We have no show. We have no station. It's a fucking waste of time.
Scene. We have no scene.
And again, you're a different band. I've never known a band with your passion to be on the road, and then look behind you and go, "Fuck it. Where are we going back to, and why? We don't need to."
I'm envious.
It's worth it. It's worth
envious.
it.
Well, I've got kids. I've got a house. I've got animals. I've got 3 jobs, so I can't. But I'm envious because that seems like it'd be the life. It'd be fun. Yeah.
It sounds that way, all right. And where do you sleep? Where do you shower? Where do you eat?
Yeah, see, I'm one that takes 2 showers a day, so I'd probably have issues. But I can also survive camping for a couple of weeks with no shower. So
But it's the punk rock life. It's the rock and roll life, and it sounds fucking great until you have to do it. Right?
Yeah, we've had band members join up that thought that they thought they were ready for it, and then when they actually saw what it was, like a couple weeks into it, they're like, "Yeah, this isn't for me. I got to go back." It's like, yeah,
That's
okay.
Not bad,
Josh
though.
has seen firsthand a drummer respond that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad though because you guys are married and you have Josh. It's 3 of you.
Yeah.
It's not like my boyfriend goes on tour and it's like 5 guys and crammed in a little van. I'm like, no, I don't want any part of that.
Oh yeah, I see
you know?
these ska bands that go out with like 7 to
Oh
9
my god,
people.
12 people, yeah.
Oh.
Plus all their instruments, forget it.
Horn section on the roof.
It's like a small community inside of a van at that point. I couldn't do
One
it.
more, another phone call. Category.com, beautiful disaster. Hello, hello.
Hello?
You're live on the air, category.com.
Oh, is this live with some kind of nightmare?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hey, Shy and Molly. This is Nathan Barbian.
Oh, no, Nathaniel Barbian. How are you, man?
Hey, what's going on? I'm doing all right. I saw your guys thing, and I was like, I got to call these guys.
Yeah.
It's good to hear from you. We miss you.
Yeah, I was with I knew these guys before they were like huge superstars like they are now. So I can tell like I've got all the dirt. I get all the
Superstars
dirt
that
on
haven't
these
showered
guys.
in a couple days.
Yeah.
So superstars are.
Oh man, how are you?
Yeah, I'm, like when there's like the E Hollywood true story of some kind of nightmare, they're gonna bring me in and I'm gonna tell all the dirty secrets.
Oh snap!
How do you know him? Where's he from?
Oh.
He's from Wilmington. Oh, no, where were you from?
He lived in Sabina, when we met him, right?
Yeah, Sabina.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Barbian actually played bass for us for how long were you with us? For at least like 2 or 3 months,
Like a
right?
month. Yeah, it was a couple months. Yeah, my claim to fame is that I played bass with you guys when you opened for Lita, the professional wrestler.
Yeah, that's right.
You opened for
Yeah.
it, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, she had
the
a band called the
Luchagors.
Yes.
Luchagors, and Nathaniel
Yes.
played bass for that show. Yeah,
That's funny.
and we used to play that place called the State Pen.
That's right. The
Yeah.
The
state
funny
pen.
thing was
Yeah.
that like I was friends with them, so they let me in their band, but I didn't know how to play at all. So when we did the sound check, the roadie guy kept being like, "What should we do?" And I was like, "Well, just turn me down." And he was like, "Well, you're the only musician I've ever heard to ask to be turned down before a show."
We kind of Sid Vicious Nathaniel. We turned.
Oh,
we had
really?
him
Turned him
turned down his sample a little. But no, it was a blast having him in the band. Those were good days.
They were good days.
But yeah, I just want to say hey to you guys. So
Hey there, sweetheart. It's so good to hear from you. We love
Yeah.
you.
yeah, you're the best. All right, well, good luck. Good night.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
You guys seem like you have a lot of good support out there. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
We meet the best people.
And speaking of which, Sal from Sal's Photos said, make sure and tell you guys hi.
Oh,
I love that guy.
Sal.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
doing my
Sal.
my Thursday Look What Cat Dragged In show. He's on with me every last Thursday of the month.
If anyone comes on this show or anyone I meet says, "Oh, you know what? They don't like Sal for any fucking
fuck
reason."
'em. Fuck 'em. There's not any reason to not like
didn't
Sal.
There's something
Sal
seriously
test.
wrong
Yeah,
with him
no,
because
yeah.
you know what? That man is. I've never heard him say a bad word about anyone.
He won't. He
All
won't.
I've ever seen him do is work his ass off, smile, be happy, and be like the fucking nicest fucking person you could meet.
Yeah, he's a great person.
He's 100%.
He never
genuine.
lets anything fucking get him down. Maybe he does. Right?
He's listening right now, too.
Tell him we come back after the break. We ain't got time to take their call fucking right now. All right? So tell him to call back. We got to go to commercial. Are we all set to go to commercial? All right. Let's do that. Fuck it. And we'll be back in a little bit.
Category.com. Beautiful disaster.
All right, he's already done. All right, we're on commercial. Sorry about the phone call, the texting. I got fucking. This is the GBH fucking angelic upstairs thing. That's Ross I'm dealing with.
Oh, okay. What's wrong with him?
Nothing. It's just fucking sorting it out.
Tell him I said hello.
And I got fucking Swami on the
If you
phone
guys
as
need to go
well.
to the bathroom or anything?
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of the guys' birthday. My boyfriend would just love to do something like that.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of people that are super. They think they're super into it, and then like just a couple weeks. Usually that 3-week mark is when they kind of break.
Well, so
But
they were doing. The old band did it 2 weeks. The new band did it 2 weeks, and now they're doing like these weekend warrior things where they go just Friday and Saturday, and they're back
Yeah.
on Sunday morning, which is good because by Saturday he's already fed up with the other guys and
Yeah.
frustrated in just a couple days. You know,
yeah, sometimes you don't really know somebody until you're stuck in a van with them for a little while. Like when we first started doing it full time, the drummer that we had, like we thought it was going to be great, and he lasted like a month, and we drove him back to San Diego from Texas. Like we were in Corpus Christi, and we were like, no, you're done. We drove him all the way back, dropped him off, then drove straight to Ohio, picked up our new drummer, and then drove down to Oklahoma for the next show.
Well, it helps that you two have like a good chemistry, because that's all that matters.
Yeah, we keep it going.
And then you have him who just seems to go along with the flow, and that's what you need.
Yeah, Josh is great.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but like I said, like Kyle's other band had like 5, 6 people in it, and they went for 2 weeks. I'm like, I don't know how.
Yeah.
And you have this other band where they only had, who's only the 2 other guys. They went for 2 weeks, and he came back, and he's like, I'm just done.
Yeah.
And now even after the weekend, sometimes he's over it.
Yeah, our friend Scott band, they went on tour, and he said when they came back, they were gone for like a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks, but like they had a van breakdown, they got stranded for a few days and stuff, and when they got back to Texas, like they didn't talk to each other for a month straight. Like, yeah, just get out of the van, let's not see each other for a while. And they're just now starting to go out and do shows again.
That can be tough.
You fuckers are interesting as fuck to me.
We've
had so many bands that are just, you know.
Well, I've had hit and miss with these guys for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Trying to get them on the show
Yeah.
or for something, and finally, so because they know you guys know everybody I know. Robbie was my first boyfriend ever when I was 13.
Oh, Robbie's so awesome.
Yeah, he's been great to us up there.
I knew him for forever.
Him and his family are amazing.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
Radio.com, Beautiful Disaster, and that was Going Nowhere by Some Kind of Nightmare. Meow.
That kind of caught us by surprise, didn't it? we're in it
Oh, we have a phone
bullshitting.
call.
All right, bring them on in.
Hello. You're live on chaoticradio.com with Some Kind of Nightmare. Who is this?
Hello. My name is Ron Terrell, a.k.a. Hi from Hijack, calling from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How are you?
Doing good.
You have people all over.
What's up, Ryan?
It is. It's funny.
yeah.
It's funny because when you said you go all over, we're used to probably having 1 or 2 phone calls, but you've had them from all over the fucking country.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Awesome.
How are you?
Josh is just that popular of a guy and really just that popular of a musician. He's helped out the local scene over here in Milwaukee pretty well. and told me to call in. So of course I always got his back.
Oh, we love Josh so much. He's wonderful. He is absolutely
Josh is
wonderful.
the best.
Get out of here.
Are you in a band, Josh?
Yeah, I played some bands.
Oh no, the other. No, I thought you were talking about what's the guy's calling name?
Oh, Ron.
Ron. Sorry, are you in a band? Sorry, Josh.
No, Ron is the sweetheart of the Milwaukee music scene. He's at every show.
This is the guy you said came out to the Milwaukee Punk Fest and stuff.
Yeah,
He's a fan.
He's at like every some kind of nightmare show.
Awesome.
He's a great guy.
Yep. Even remember seeing you guys in River West over at Quarters. I even had a show that same night, but I wanted to still come out and see you guys before heading over to my gig.
How did you discover Some Kind of Nightmare? Did he go? Do you want me to speak
how
English?
Did I discover him?
yeah. How did you discover him?
Really through Punk Fest, and then also kind of following through Josh, actually. So it was kind of one of those things of just going throughout the scenes and everything else like that, so I decided to follow along with.
Well, I'll say this. With bands like you deserve for the community, the punk community, to give back to you. We went to the It's Not Dead Fest last year. We know a lot of people in the industry over it. I gotta get you playing the It's Not Dead Fest. You've got to be rewarded for what you give to the whole
dedication.
fucking by playing some of the bigger, better festivals with some of the huge fucking bands. And I've never said this before, but I'm gonna get in touch with people to try and get you on that fucking bill.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
it's what you do to me is you're the only band I've ever known that's been in it. There must be. I know there's other bands out there. You're the only band I know that do it with a fucking big smile on your face.
I know they haven't had any complaints, right?
And don't stink.
I know. They don't look like they've been on the road for a while. Not at all.
And sits there and goes, I haven't had a shower for 2 days. And I'm going, and you still look like you just got out of the shower.
He's fresh out of the shower.
All three of you.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
I know. Look at his mohawks, like perfect.
I don't think it's real. I think it's fucking. He just like
fake. It's a
peels it
prosthetic.
off. It's like
Yeah.
fucking.
It's Velcro.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do people ask you that? Because my boyfriend has a mohawk, and they say, "Is it real?" He's like, "How the fuck is it not my real hair?"
It's been a while, but I've had a few people ask that,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't know why wouldn't it not be real,
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
Come on, Kate. You see my mohawk picture out there, right?
True. Yeah, that you can do a fake mohawk.
Yeah. Well, you know.
A faux hawk.
Oh no.
No, it's just a fucking Halloween thing. As you get older, I don't want to have a mohawk with a big hole in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
You can do the double, the fins. What is it?
You know
called?
what? It's funny.
Oh, the Liberty
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Two,
yeah.
Yeah, and where did that come from? Did that come from old punks who were losing their hair and they're like, no, fuck this, I'm still doing it. So you got the front one and the back one because there's fuck all in the middle.
Or you can do
Yeah.
Liberty Spikes. Yeah, you can totally do.
That's the beautiful thing about punk music. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. So he's in Milwaukee. Was that
Yes,
the
I am.
last guy?
Yeah.
What's
Milwaukee.
What's Milwaukee like for punk?
Well, Josh can even probably verify.
Yeah,
this.
he was nodding his head. He was getting, for a second there. He was getting a little bit excited. I thought he was going to speak.
Is Milwaukee punk good?
No, Milwaukee's got a good punk scene. Ron knows what's up with that.
Yeah, there's a bit of a dividing line, but I mean, like, still.
What do you
I kinda
mean?
like
There's a
both
dividing
things.
line. What the fuck
Yeah,
is
that's
a
what I was going to
dividing
ask.
line?
What's a dividing line?
It's just clicky, Like there's good communities, but they're separated. And I think that's one of the ways Milwaukee fails is if all those little communities just got together,
What,
we could really
punk
get
communities?
Yeah,
Like scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like-
Usually things like that I think come with when bands just have members that don't like each other. Like
Drama.
one band doesn't like
Too
another
much
band.
drama causes
Yeah,
that.
so then the fans split. I think every scene has that from time to time. It just kind of comes and goes.
Yeah.
Like we've seen it come and we've seen it go in places like Philly and stuff like that, but it's one of those things.
You're
Like,
right,
it
though.
always
It's
gets
not a
better.
permanent thing. It's a temporary thing. 'Cause I see it
Exactly.
all the time, different ones, yeah.
Yeah, every scene's had it and every scene will see it again, but it comes and goes in
There's
its
drama
waves.
everywhere. So.
Yeah.
And many things actually does the dividing line. Everything from economic demographics to just geographical as well.
Yeah.
You sound way too intelligent.
I know economical things
See, here's the
matter.
thing.
Economical
If
punk
you
rock.
didn't use those words,
We're
right, there would be no line.
What does that word mean? What are we talking about?
It's
Okay, so you
attitude.
got rich punks, and then you got those who like spend the last couple bucks on a PBR just to still have a good night. That's actually the good biting.
PBR to me is when I don't know why punk got involved with PBR, right? Because it's the grossest fucking beer in the world, right? And they realized, look at these fucking idiots. They'll drink anything if it's cheap, right? Because there ain't many things
It's
in the
not
world.
cheap anymore, though. Some places charge a lot
Clever
for PBR.
fuckers, see? They're clever fuckers.
Yeah, they got us hooked. Now they raise the price.
Yes,
Right,
exactly. Give you a
and
little
you
bit
don't
for
know what
free
you're paying. You're too stupid to go, I didn't realise. I thought it was still cheap. No, you're just paying your money and turning around and drinking a beer you don't fucking like. Don't do it.
I've got
fuckers.
places where it's like $12 for a tall can, which is insane.
Get yourself a flask. Put it in your underwear. They do not touch you in the nuts when they frisk you. All right? They don't do it. It's my belt. Honestly, it's my belt. Right? They're not
So
going
what's
to
your beer
fucking...
of choice then?
Say again?
What is your beer of choice then?
My beer of choice, I'm going to say, it's. I don't drink beer most of the time. I drink cider. Right?
Okay, fair enough.
And my favourite cider is Strongbow or Blackthorn. If I drink beer, it's going to be a European cider. A European lager. Right? Like Stella or something like that. None of that cheap shit.
We're drinking Natty Ice. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's not for him. That's
Yeah,
for
he's
the
not,
guest.
he's not
Yeah.
drinking the natty ice. He's making us do it.
Exactly.
I tell you what, there was one worse than that.
He bought a Costco beer.
I do. Costco 40-pack.
Andrew, how was that Costco beer?
It's
Fucking
free.
disgusting.
Yeah, but he drank it
It
because
tastes
it's
like
free.
donkey piss.
Right? Because you're a backyard party person.
But I don't like that shit. I like IPAs, Dutchy. Come on.
Put your hand in your
fucking
pocket and buy
gross.
some, you tight bastard.
Give this fucking asshole a Costco beer because he likes shit beer.
There's some in the back of the fridge still.
Get a fucking shit beer.
All right, now, and I'm glad that we've got this live on the air because there's a bet going. Me and my girlfriend, and she said it'll still be there in August, or July or whatever. I think whatever. No, July the 4th was the cut-off date, right? But I'm not allowed to tell someone go get a Costco beer. That wouldn't be fair.
I'll hide it, Brenda. I'll hide it. I will hide the last beer.
Oh fuck!
She was
Punk's a
my
punk.
friend first.
You set me up with a girl.
I'll hide the beer.
It's worth it. If I win the bet or lose the bet, I'm going to be happy.
For one right now.
Well, thanks for calling in. Do we have another phone call? Or did they hang up?
I don't know. They probably hung up.
Oh no, I'm still here.
No, I know you're still here, but someone else called. So I don't know.
Shoot, is Amber here?
They've gone now. So anyway, seriously, thank you, brother, for calling in.
Thanks,
No
Ron.
problem.
Thanks, Ron.
The one
Yes,
thing
thanks.
I'll say, once you've called into the radio station, don't forget the radio station. Don't just call in because you know some fucker in a
You
band.
got to listen every time
right?
now.
Spread the word. Spread the name of chaoticradio.com.
Yes, Thursdays we have a DIY unsigned band show with all punk. So if you have Milwaukee bands, you can
Who
send
does
it
that
to
show?
me. Me, Cat Monroe.
I'll actually spread you guys all over our band page and also all Milwaukee pages over here.
What's your band name?
Hijack.
Okay, I'm going to have you send me some music.
Ken and will do.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Ron.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Ron.
guys.
Hello, hello. You listen to chaoticradio.com live with some kind of nightmare.
Hi, Molly and Shy. It's Shan from Oregon.
Oh, we love
hey,
you.
Shan.
From
Hi.
Milwaukee to Oregon.
It's so good to
I
hear
thought
from you.
I'd shout out from the Pacific Northwest.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank you so much for calling in. How are you doing?
Oh, really great. It's nice spring here.
Good, 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 good.
Mm-hmm.
Shan is a fellow breast cancer survivor. We were very, very, very close.
Is that how you met?
We
Did you meet
met
that
on
one?
Facebook through somebody we don't know.
Yeah.
But because of breast cancer.
yeah.
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 And we like the same music.
That's what I was just going to say. So it wasn't just the breast cancer connection. It goes further than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm older than their parents, so it probably has some kind of a motherly attachment.
Yeah, so am I fucking older than their parents as well. But
Yeah, I know the
kinda
first
thought
time.
so.
oh, thanks very fucking much.
I know the first time I met Shannon in person was at the Bancroft show, right? You and
Yeah, in San Diego.
yeah, you guys came out to that one, so that was awesome.
Yeah. I lived in San Diego back then, and now I'm in Oregon. Much nicer climate.
No, I'm not going to agree with that. I mean, Oregon rains and Oregon gets cold, and I left that
And
shit.
snow.
You know what? One of the reasons I live in California is because it's so fucking gorgeous. The
We
weather's
have
so
no
good, you know?
seasons. It's always like this.
Listen, if I want to be in the snow, I just go left, then right, and I'm at the top of the mountain in half an hour, 20 minutes. If I want to be cold and I want to be in snow, the mountains are right fucking there. Most of the time, though, I just want to look at them. Fuck that being there, you know?
You can see them, yeah.
Yeah, I go an hour the other way. I'm on the beach. Fucking hell, this is perfect. If you left San Diego, you must be absolutely fucking crazy.
Too poor to live there.
Do it the way these guys do.
That's a good explanation.
Live on the street or the back of a van.
Yeah, Shane, just move into your
join
van.
a fucking punk band.
There you go.
Maybe I did 40 years ago. We don't remember.
Oh. That's a good answer.
That's the best answer I've ever
I'm
fucking
going to use that
heard.
answer from now on.
Maybe
yes.
I did 40
Maybe
years
I
ago.
don't remember.
know.
Yes.
I love you, Shan. I love you so much.
1977.
Love you guys,
Fucking
too.
hell.
Give Sonny a
Pummeling
kiss
you.
for me. Give Sonny a kiss for me.
Yeah, I will. Well, you guys take care and keep in touch.
Yeah, it's good to hear from
we
you.
love you.
All right. Bye now.
Bye.
Wow, you fucking guys are popular as fuck. Give me another song to play.
Last round.
Last round. Is that as in last round of fucking beers? Or last round of a fight?
Last round of chemotherapy.
So fight, yeah. There you
So
go.
fight.
Oh, yeah, it's the
Yeah.
fight. Biggest fight you'll ever have is cancer, right? Or diseases like it, you
Or
know?
diseases like it, yeah.
You know, alcoholism is the same. Drug addiction is the same. When I first came to California, in fact, when I left San Diego for the first time and come up to this part of the country, it was to meet an uncle of mine who lived locally. And he was an alcoholic. And he hadn't had a drink for 7 years. And I spoke to him in the morning, and he was fine. And I spoke to him in the evening, and he had no clue who the fuck I was. And he'd gone back on a bender. And when I saw that man go on the bender, whew, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, you talk about learning and realizing what true alcoholism is.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
It's funny, but it's not. I was put in charge of him one day by my auntie. So whatever you do not let him get drunk. And it was a beautiful sunny fucking day. I'm at his house. I'm staying at his house. He's got a beautiful pool in the backyard. And he's getting drunker and drunker and drunker as the day goes on. And she was coming home from work to take him to the doctor. Kat's heard this story, right?
What story is
and I'm in charge of him. I'm not allowed to let him get fucking drunk. And I can see him getting drunk. And every time he was diving in the pool, he had a bottle of vodka in the bottom of the pool and he'd taken all the labels off. So he'd dive down at the bottom of the pool, come up at the other end, take the cap off and sip on it. Then every time he went to the bathroom, he had a small bottle of vodka in the toilet tank. Right? And he was getting drunker and drunk. And she came home and she said, I can't believe you let him get drunk. I'm like, I see him getting drunk and I'm looking everywhere. I have no idea. Right?
They hide it.
He then went outside, and this was the best one, or the worst one, whatever way you want to look at it. He would go out every night and pour a bottle of vodka into a garden hose and put the top on it, on the hose.
Oh, wow.
And then in the morning, he would turn the hose on as slow as it would go, and it would push the vodka out, and he would drink it.
Oh, my God.
And you'd come home and you'd find him laying naked on the floor in a pool of puke. And that was when I realized what alcoholism was. You know.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
My stepfather was an alcoholic, an abusive alcoholic.
And it's a big part of our business.
Yeah.
Right?
It
It's
is.
huge.
Yeah, it is.
You know, especially the drugs. I don't know. One or the other is bigger than the other. I don't know. You know?
I think the drinking's more because it's easier accessed.
It's more
And
normalized.
Yeah, and all you need is your ID and some cash. You know, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
And so many bands come in. Have you ever had to deal with that personally? Alcoholism and drug addiction and stuff like that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Not either of us, but band members.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because we have a strict rule of no hard drugs on the road.
That's really good.
We stay with people with kids. We can't. It's a liability. You know.
Well, and that gives hiccups for you guys.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
if you want things to go smooth, that's a guarantee something's not going to go smooth.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which I was going to ask. You guys are married.
Yes.
How long have you been married for?
8 years.
Wow, I knew it was a long time when she had that look on her face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've been together 15 years.
Yeah.
So before you started the band.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious about that.
This is the
Okay.
coolest fucking thing.
So how long were you
two and
together
your band.
before you guys got married? Like
7 years.
wow. And then all of a sudden, what happened? Did you just decide?
Yeah, it kind of happened weird. Like I tried to propose to her once, and I was trying to take her down to the beach in Santa Cruz, but she was like, "Oh, I'm tired. I really just want to go home."
Oh, you
It's
ruined it.
I didn't
I
know he
tried
was
so
gonna
hard.
I would do something like
Yeah,
that.
I tried
too.
so
Yeah,
hard, and
totally.
then like we ended up back in Ohio seeing family and friends, and one of my friends just kind of like cornered me in this bar. Is like, "You need to marry her. What the fuck are you doing?" Like our friend Maz, and I was like, "All right," like, and there was never really like an official proposal. Just kind of like, okay, I guess we're getting married.
Oh,
'Cause,
that's you know, and you had it all set up down at the beach.
oh yeah, this
Sun going down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sun was going down.
I
and
can see
everything,
that
but-
though. You didn't know, and you were
Yeah.
tired,
I didn't know.
right?
I was exhausted.
Yeah.
We can't
But-
blame you. We can't blame you. You didn't
But-
know, but
You did ask me to marry you. Like you had an official proposal, like 2
Yeah, the
days
day
before
before we got married,
The day
but
before we
yeah.
got married, but it was in New York because I love New York. New York
I
is
love
one
New
of my
York,
favorite
yes.
cities, and I'm a theater major, and I love Phantom of the Opera. And he proposed underneath of the Phantom of the Opera song.
Okay, you
Oh,
got
that
mega
counts.
points for
That
that, right
counts.
I
now.
made up
Yeah.
for it. I made
That
up for
is
it.
mega
Nah,
points.
fuck, you didn't have anything to fucking make up. You hadn't planned out. She
Yeah.
fucking. That's your
I,
fault.
I fixed her mistake.
Yeah,
is what
that
I
was
did.
That's
Totally
even
my
better
fault.
than the beach. Yeah, because I love New York too, so I totally get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
energy for that would be perfect. It's
Have you
perfect place,
toured
yeah.
outside of the US?
Not
No.
yet.
Don't say Tijuana.
No, not yet. Not yet. We would love to.
Plans
though.
to?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
we would love to. That's our goal. Definitely.
All right, I'm setting you up with friends in the UK.
Oh
Ca-
yeah,
Oh,
Andy.
UK couches. There's a song for you right there. All right.
perfect.
When you come back, you can sing about them. No, you got to. You can't be a fucking touring band that does everything you do and not get the fuck out to Germany or the UK or
I think you guys have toured more of the U.S. than any band we've met.
Yeah, we would love to get out of the U.S., like go to Europe and stuff. Like we've had offers to go to Rebellion Fest and things like that. But
do it.
We just don't have our
Okay.
passports yet, and like plane tickets are expensive. Like because
Listen to
this
these
is our
excuses.
full time job. We don't
go
get.
fund
It
me.
is excuses. Yeah.
And if they don't fucking do it, so what? Tell them to fuck off. Take it back down again, you know?
Well, you guys
But-
sell merch and stuff on the road too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We do. We actually just started selling T-shirts online, so I'm stoked about
There,
that.
that helps
Yeah.
too. And the music online.
Yeah, the music.
Do you have other merch besides shirts and music?
Yeah, we have vinyl out, vinyl
We got
and
vinyls,
patches.
You guys
Do you have any
need-
with you? Can I buy some?
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
You guys need the coffee mugs. And you need
Get
the
some
lighters.
We need to do
mugs,
some coffee
shot
mugs.
glasses.
My boyfriend's band does coffee mugs and they sell a lot.
Oh, I
Oh,
bet.
yeah.
They
I
sell
bet.
a lot of coffee mugs.
Why is it that lighters seems to be,
Lighters are
And
good.
lighters, yeah.
you know? You should get those big fucking long ones, the ones they use for barbecues.
Oh, there you
yeah.
go. That'd be perfect.
I
That would
haven't
be
seen it.
perfect.
I have not seen a band with a fucking lighter like that. You know?
Just get the regular lighters and go put your stickers on all of them.
Yeah.
People
Let's
do
do it.
that. They sell
Oh, yeah.
them. You know, I'd buy one.
Okay, let's play some music.
Chaoticradio.com, Beautiful Disaster, Dutchy the Punk DJ, myself, Cameron Rowe, Some Kind of Nightmare, live in studio. Give us a call, 909-360-8330.
Gonna eat my Repetition too. Generic information of such and what's inflated in my simple string. Internet is what my identity. Bullets in my gun gonna set me free. What you failed to see, you become prisoners of technology. We've forgotten interaction, we forgot communication. Named your price enough to twice and we all pay the price. We've forgotten interaction, we forgot communication. Trying to make them the new ones there and downhill we all go. Downhill we all go. Downhill we all go. Downhill we all go. Downhill we
They usually
all
bite
go.
off pretty fast.
Well, you guys have a good. Yeah, they do. ChaoticRadio.com, Beautiful Disaster, Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Andrew and AJ back there from Set Blasters, and Some Kind of Nightmare live in studio.
Question: the sound that you created on that, just one guitar
The recording?
and bass, or was it mastered with an extra guitar?
I think we did like an extra. Yeah, we did an extra guitar just for like a little bit of extra volume to it, add some thickness.
Do you lose any of that sound? Well, first of all, let me say how fucking good that is.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It was fucking great. So I'm listening to it, and you guys are all bullshitting and talking, and I'm like, okay, because we tend to do that. We play your song, and then we fucking all talk.
Sometimes,
you know?
well, see, when you talk, I listen. When I talk, you listen. I noticed that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it's a great sound. And
Thank you.
I just wondered, well, do you lose any of that when you go live?
We've heard from a lot of people over the years that like we're the fullest sounding 3-piece band they've ever heard live. So I guess we don't. I don't know.
There you go. That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah.
If you like, it's
No, we get a lot of compliments from our live set, the sound, the energy, and everything. So I don't think we really lose anything from it.
yeah. The best 3-piece band in the world I ever saw was the Jam.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because they don't sound like a 3-piece. They sound like a big band.
With
Yeah.
that's
With more
where,
instruments,
that's,
yeah.
That's where I put
Yeah.
that in. You know, that's why I know that when we go into the studio, we're going to add what we can to make the sound good. But again, I wonder, do we lose that? A lot of bands totally fucking lose it.
Their recordings sound like they're live as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think you guys, is that what you were trying for?
We try to capture the best live show we can. That's
Yeah,
that's
we-
Is
kind
that
of-
what the recordings are? Or they record
No,
in a studio?
they're from a studio, but we try to sound.
We try to make it sound as organic as we can. Like we
There's-
try not to add like too many like layering vocals. or
We've
anything like
had
that.
bands that have come in here and they give me their music after it's recorded. I don't want to play it because that's not how I've heard them live. It doesn't sound like them anymore. The voice
Yeah.
is different. The music is different. It's not the same band.
Well, I think what a lot of that comes down to is people record and release something early as a band, and then after they release it, half a year or two, up
They
to a year
fine-tune
goes
it.
by, they get a little bit better, and like they don't quite sound the same anymore. But
Yeah, that's frustrating, you know, because you want to hear the same thing that you've heard
Yeah.
live. But I know there's a few bands that go out there and they purposely do that to make sure it sounds like that.
How different do you sound now to you sounded 12 years ago?
hopefully a lot better. 'Cause
I would love to hear those early recordings. Are they
no,
anywhere?
no, we wouldn't. No, we
He's like, no,
burned
they're
them all.
burnt. Yeah.
I think we've grown.
Don't you
we've
think
grown.
that's wrong that you say that? Because isn't that how life is, that you get better and you should be able to
It's
listen
progress,
and go back?
yeah.
I think
not
it's-
necessarily play them on the radio, but
Yeah.
You
No, I
know?
think the songs that we played 12 years ago were definitely, they were good songs. It just, I don't think it really represents what we are now. I think we've grown a lot
lyrically
more.
or musically or both.
A little bit of both, yeah.
You ever think of redoing them now, bringing them back?
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. Like, Fiend was released on, what album was that? That was Never Had a Chance.
Never Had a Chance.
Yeah, that was the first song that we ever wrote that we actually kept, and we recorded a couple times, released on some EPs and stuff, and it wasn't until like 5 or 6 years ago we finally like recorded in an actual studio and released that. So we still bring them back every once in a while.
So it's 3 albums in like 12 years, right? 15 years?
There are some that we're not selling right
Yeah, we have another full length that didn't really come out the way
Yeah.
we wanted it to, and yeah, we don't talk about that one. But we have
hidden in the archives.
It is hidden in the archives, but Josh loves it.
Josh likes it.
Yeah,
I'd
like
probably
that
like
album.
to hear it.
But no, and then we have like
There's some
our
good songs
7-inch
in there.
split that we just released with some friends that has a few songs on
Who's
it.
on? Who else is on it?
Swift Knuckle Solution out of
I
Orlando.
love Swift Knuckles.
Aren't
So
they
Oh,
great?
yeah.
Yes, they do that song "Spinning Sides." I play it at my Thursday show all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, spinning.
love
But
them.
playing records, spinning sides. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to hook you up with one of the vinyls that we have. It's,
Yeah,
a 7-inch
for
split we did
sure.
with them. Yeah.
It's
I'll play
actually
it.
it's pink for breast cancer because one of their common relatives had breast cancer as
Oh,
well.
awesome. Okay.
And they approached us with this idea, and we went with it.
That's rad. Okay. Yeah, I need to get a picture of that. Post that then. Yeah. Be rad.
Because of what you went through with breast cancer, do you tend to do a lot of stuff for it still,
Like fundraisers or
and that kind of stuff?
Sometimes we'll play cancer benefit shows, but every show we play, I bring it up just as awareness because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed. I was diagnosed in my 20s. That's not a common thing, but it can happen.
Yeah, it's not
so
common at
it's I don't know. And people at shows are in their 20s usually. There are older people and younger people too, but it's important. I don't know. We make announcement at every show, complete self-screenings, go to the doctor if something's wrong, do not wait. And then recently I've been dedicating it to my grandmother because she's dealing with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. So it's our family is very familiar with breast cancer or with cancer in general. And so I don't know. We just need to really spread the word because a lot of our friends are sick as well.
There's been a lot of cases at like shows where Molly will give her speech before one of our songs about it, raising awareness and everything. And somebody will come up and talk to her after our set and saying, yeah, I think, I found something. Maybe I should go get it checked out. I'm a little scared. Molly will talk them into actually going and getting it checked out. And then like a month or two will go by and all of a sudden Molly gets a message on her phone saying, hey, I went to the doctor. It turned out to be nothing. Thanks for your advice kind of thing. So definitely raising awareness helps out a lot.
It gets very heavy. I've cried at the merch table with people because they shared their stories of either them or somebody they love or one of their friends or family, and it's almost every single show that somebody's coming up to me.
Does it surprise you that in this day and age with technology and awareness, that people like when that girl called, I was amazed that she's scared to go to get a mammogram.
It's scary. It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Is the terrifying part not the pain of the mammogram or the discomfort?
finding out.
It's the finding out whether you've got cancer or you don't, which is then the catch-22 is, are you just going to not go and find out and die?
Right. I ignored my lump for a year.
Why?
Because I had lumps since high school, and I had a mammogram a couple months before that. And I thought, okay, well,
That showed you clear.
The mammogram was fine, so everything's fine. I've had these lumps, and I didn't have insurance, and that was another kicker.
See, that's something
that'll scare. Not having insurance will scare you enough. Yeah.
Not having insurance. I've got fucking insurance. I've worked for one of the biggest companies in the world for 22 years. I've got insurance, but if I walk through the door of in fact, that night of the House of Blues.
Oh, when you got
I got an $11,000 fucking bill from the hospital, and then when it went to the insurance company, I only owed them $2,000. What the fuck am I paying? It's financially. I don't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get chest pains, or you go, fuck that. I'm not going. I walk through the door. They want another $500, and they tell you, you'll find out. You go.
I think our country is one of the worst countries.
Yes.
When it
It's
comes to
without a doubt. It's the most fucked up country in the world for fucking health insurance. It's wrong. It's so fucking wrong.
I have a friend on Facebook who I think she was from Great Britain, and she moved to the U.S., and she made a post about friends and family back home never take our healthcare system for granted because the one here in America sucks.
And we do.
Yeah.
In England, we knock it and we knock it and we knock it. But I tell you what, walk into a fucking doctor there or I played soccer for many years. I broke my leg 4 times. I go in, they fix it. I go out, I go through physical therapy. I come home, I get fixed.
Could you imagine that?
0.
Yeah.
No
Could
cost.
you imagine that?
Without a headache?
No
yeah.
cost.
Without a headache.
You break your leg here, you won't be in pain because your mind's thinking, how much is this going to fucking cost
You
me?
ignore it. And
that's why people
the thing.
die.
That's
because
why
they
people
ignore it.
die.
Ignore it. Yeah.
The biggest and the best and the most amazing country in the world, right, puts us in that position.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Don't get me going. I'm
Okay,
going to go
stop
and
with
get
the
some
politics. Stop. Time to reel you in, Dutchie. Reel you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Chaoticradio.com. Beautiful disaster. Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe. Some Kind of Nightmare live in studio. So what's next for you guys?
We're playing the Boulevard tonight.
I wish I could go.
I'm excited. We met Big Mike. He booked us, and we met him in San Antonio at Frank's Tire and
Frank's
Auto.
Tire,
Yeah.
That sounds like a really cool venue. I wish I could do
It
something
really
like that.
is.
Yeah.
They
Actually
are
live
closing.
pretty close to the Boulevard over there.
Is it in Whittier?
Yeah, it's in Whittier. But
What's the address? Do you know?
I can pull it up.
Are you going to go tonight? Go check them out.
Yeah, I probably will.
Oh, thank you.
Those are the backyard party guys that you want to know. Those are the guys you want to know. So
That would
if they're
be
there tonight, that'd be
amazing.
rad because they'll introduce you to all the LA backyard party scene, which is different than the club scene. Yeah.
No, I'm
It's
stoked
really
about
different.
that.
I'm definitely
IE,
stoked.
LA, SGV, everywhere. It's crazy.
So Boulevard tonight. Where are you at tomorrow?
Gas us too fast.
Bosco's.
and,
Thank you,
Oh,
Josh.
that's right. That's down south, right?
I
His
don't know
brain is
much,
still
but,
intact.
And then the next night.
Then the
Oh,
next night,
no.
Yuma, Arizona.
Yeah,
We're actually, Yuma's going to be great. It's a place called Prison Hill. It's a park. I probably shouldn't say this on the radio, but what they do is they just go out and plug in illegally to the outlet on the side of the building, and a punk rock show happens.
I'm gonna look into that.
And yeah, we did it once before a couple years ago, and it was a blast. So I'm
It
looking
was
forward
so
to that
much
one.
fun. People were moshing on the roof of the building.
Yeah, a bunch
Really?
of people climbed
That's
on the roof of the
cool.
building and had a circle pit going on up there. It was great.
Yeah.
And no one got hurt. All was
No.
good.
I don't think
That's
so.
the best. That is the best. Yeah. And then after that,
Vegas.
Supposed to be Vegas.
And where are you
Supposed
playing
to
in
be-
Vegas?
We hope one of the 420 fests. It may have fallen through. I don't know yet.
So Vegas is it's Vegas, right?
Vegas.
All
is
the
Vegas.
fucking big posh hotels, all the shithole hotels as well.
I got married in
Right?
Vegas. I slept with cockroaches on my wedding night.
Yeah. See, there's a punk rock wedding for you right
I was
there.
pregnant and I was 20 years old.
Where are you staying in Vegas?
We're probably end up staying with our friend Cody.
That's not the guy who called, is it?
No,
that was Coder.
Coder. Cody's getting ready to start a record label, and he records bands. And we're actually in the middle of recording an album with him.
Yeah, we
So-
just released a music video for Generations Dead, and we recorded that at Cody's studio. So yeah.
Are you driving up there in your regular van?
Mm-hmm.
So you could stay at the Caesar's Palace, or you could stay at the fucking Monte Carlo. Just park the van and stay there.
Oh yeah, you name it, we can stay there. Yeah.
Where are you staying tonight? Oh, Monte Carlo.
There you go.
What's the big one with the fucking with all the fountains that does the fountain show?
Is that Mandalay Bay? No.
No, I
One
think-
of those.
MGM?
Yeah.
No, I think it is the Monte Carlo.
MGM.
But you could shower in there. You could just get in.
Yeah, just
Jump
run
in the
through.
fountain.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of fountains they can shower in Vegas. Yeah.
We prefer Cody. He has a couple of Boston Terriers that are amazing.
Ah, that's nice. Yeah.
That keeps us going. The little
doggies,
puppers.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should get a road dog.
Oh, don't be fucking stupid.
We had
Fucking-
one.
oh,
We had
God.
one for what 4 years, and
On the road, yeah.
we had to put him down
Oh, no.
last January. Not this January, but last January. His name was Rhett Butler. He was a paralyzed pug, and he was
Is that the one
amazing.
on your picture?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the cute teeth?
Yes,
I love
yes.
his teeth. I'm in love with
You
his teeth.
did not just say a paralyzed pug.
He-
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
I was wondering what's wrong with him though, because his
You
teeth,
got-
but his teeth are awesome.
Does that, is that just a name of a dog, or is it paralyzed?
He was paralyzed.
So that's fucking awesome.
You haven't seen the picture?
No, because you don't even have to take him for a fucking walk.
God, Dutchie.
Shy made a wheelchair for him. Shy made a
Oh,
wheelchair
you
for
did
him.
not.
Out of a
Yes, we
skateboard.
did.
Skateboard?
No. He took some PVC pipe.
Yeah, watch the YouTube video on how to make, because like dog wheelchairs, they make
Shut
them,
the
but they're,
fuck
they're
up.
like
This is
They do make
$600
them.
to $1,000.
Yeah.
So we made a wheelchair for him, and yeah, he wheeled around in that thing.
Yeah.
Did he push the wheels himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah, it's
the
like
picture.
a-
I was wondering, it's a cute little face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a video someplace out there of him
Oh,
running around in his wheelchair.
I have to have it. I've got to get
Oh,
it
yeah,
on the
I'll
Kaotic
find it.
site.
I'll
site.
find
Craig,
it for
if you're
you.
listening, share that with us.
Yeah, Craig Waddle, put that video up. He's got
Speaking
it.
of Craig Waddle, he's played Antarctica before. He beat us all.
What? Who? How's the scene in Antarctica? That's what I want to know.
From the
Craig, you
videos
better
and
come
pictures,
on
it looked
Inside,
pretty
or do you have
good.
to like go underground, like where it's warm?
I don't have all the details on that, but I do know he's played Antarctica.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah.
Who's Greg?
Oh, Craig. He's our friend from Salt Lake City.
Why did you write a song about him?
Oh, Greg.
that
For Greg.
Oh, I'll let you tell that one.
Greg.
Is it sad?
Yeah. Greg Gibson. He was a promoter in Seattle. And
Great musician, too.
Great musician. He drummed for Suburban Vermin. And he passed away in a fire when I was going through treatment.
Oh, no.
And him and his dog, they died together. And so we dedicated the album to him.
Can I play it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Chaoticradio.com. Beautiful Disaster. Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Some Kind of Nightmare live in studio.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
Kind of on
I never want that it's right. Deep thoughts sinking in your brain. Waiting jobs, questions, government, enemies, people full of poison. Sorry yet again 20-something gone for nothing. Sell addiction just for profit. Feelings in the feet of black. Then they fall to attack. They are blessings just in profits waiting to hunt again.
crying for so long.
They got you.
Chaoticradio.com, and that is They Got You by Some Kind of Nightmare. Previously to that, we heard For Greg.
It's good fucking band.
Isn't it?
Thank you.
You've obviously put that sound together knowing what you're doing. Or maybe you just ended up with it after years of doing it. But it seems like you've perfected the you singing, she singing, you singing, she singing. You're both singing together.
It's just
and the vocals complement each other. You scream as good as each other. We don't sing in punk bands, I don't think. You know, one of my favourite punk bands of all time was Sham 69.
Yeah.
and Jimmy Percy really is not a singer. We call us. What do you think? Am I right or not? You know?
No, I agree. It's more of like a yelling. It's letting out like aggression and emotions. And I mean, there are definitely punk bands that can sing, but I think overall, like the stuff that I'm more into, there's not. It's more yelling and
it's I get to talk to you two, talk, right? I can't imagine. I'd love to see you live. I can't imagine seeing you do that song in front of me with the aggression and adrenaline of being on a stage. I want to see it. I've got to see it. So if you're doing 250 shows a year, I guess I'm going to have a good chance.
You're going to have a chance, yeah, for sure. We were talking on the break, and yeah, you'll have a chance.
Yeah,
I wasn't talking on the break. I was listening. I know, but the music was. I like your music.
Thank you.
I was just saying how you complement each other with your vocals.
Oh, thank you.
You know, you going at it, him going at it, you both going at it together. You know, there's not enough female singers in punk. Simple as that. There's just not.
I agree.
Good ones anyway.
So get it, girls. Come on.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, do it. You know.
Pick up a guitar, pick up a bass, pick up some drumsticks, scream into a mic, do whatever you got to do. That's going to keep you from snapping one day, man.
That's true. That's
Bullshit.
Yep.
Bullshit. You're going to snap as well.
It's
not as often.
It takes away the intensity.
It's mellowed me
not
out.
as often and not as
yeah.
bad. But
Yeah, it's mellowed me out quite a bit.
Has it really? Does music
It's therapy.
Do you get the aggression out when you're playing because it's aggressive music?
We give it everything we got 100% every single night. We don't care how many people we're playing in front of, like how little people we're playing in front of. If I'm not extremely tired and just done by the end of the set, then I didn't do it right. That's how we roll.
That's a good way of looking at it, yeah.
Sal from Sal's Photos just sent me some rad pictures of you.
Oh, Sal's awesome. He does such a great job.
That is an amazing. Do you have that one?
I think I do.
That's an amazing photo.
Do
And
you
he sent me
guys
some good
ever
photos.
being on the road, being married, as long as you are into it, 15 years dating, 7 years marriage, living in vans, you know? Do you get many arguments and like really piss each other off and go fuck?
Josh is laughing.
Oh, our arguments are so funny. It's like little sitcom arguments.
Are they ridiculous? Are they like ridiculous?
They are totally ridiculous.
Our arguments, it's like straight out of a sitcom. And they always end with laughter, anyways, because we always
Yeah, but do they end with laughter 10 minutes later or
almost immediately after we're laughing
10 hours
about it.
later.
Yeah,
Like,
because
what
we.
are you even? Yeah.
It's usually just like lack of sleep or something, and we get a little pissy with each other, but like we almost immediately realize like we're just being stupid. Like what are we doing? Like there's almost never been a time where we're like, I'm just not going to talk to you for like 3 days. Like it's usually at the end of an argument we're laughing, we're over it. So
yeah, especially since what we went through together, we've grown together so much, and we handle things a lot better.
Yeah,
it's definitely a test to the relationship, and it's brought us closer.
Because you went through that together, the two of you.
Oh yeah,
he was by my side every step of the way.
Yeah, you said he wouldn't even go to shows without you.
No.
That's
shucks.
because you are. Yeah.
No, you know what it does? It makes you it makes you tear up. It makes you go, wow. You know what?
He kept me going. He kept me going through the whole thing.
And I guess people don't know. I've never been through it, so I can't say, right? Being in his position, being the guy where he's healthy as fuck, and here are you going through all of that and wondering, am I going to lose her? You know? And being there to hold your hand and hug you and be with you and try, I'm guessing, to be the positive one to try
Yeah.
and keep you going. I don't know. And then amongst all this, you've got. Did you stop playing music, or did you intensify in the music side of it to try and forget shit?
We actually did a toy drive when I was going through chemo. There's a video online where I'm bald.
I know
playing
you
bass.
guys did not.
Yeah.
I remember you guys did not take much time. I was like, oh wow, but you didn't take much time off. Oh, you were just there. You just
We
kept
were
going
in
through it.
Ohio
You-
for
you
the treatments
powered
because
the
we were
fuck
with
through it,
family.
yeah.
But then right after we went back on tour.
Yeah.
But how was that for you? I think that's what he was getting at.
Going through the treatment thing, it was definitely tough, you know, like seeing the person you care most about going through something like that. But it was not really my job or my duty, it was more my purpose to help her get through it, like be that anchor for her. So I just did what I was supposed to do.
And it was easy, I bet.
It was
easy to be right next to.
It was
and do all
easy to
that.
be that person because
but-
that's what I've always been, but it wasn't an easy thing to go through.
Oh,
But
fuck
yeah,
no. Fuck no. Not
We've
at all.
actually had friends who their spouses left them
Yeah.
as they were diagnosed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I couldn't imagine like
I couldn't imagine that. You
no,
know,
that's
it's like-
horrible. How could sorry to call people out, but how could you leave somebody at that moment? I try to see the good in everybody, but that's just horrible to me.
Yep.
I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful. I'm just grateful.
Well, it's amazing.
Well, you
know,
can
like
see
I
it
said,
with you
know
guys too. You could just see fireworks and everything. I just I can see it.
Fireworks for sure.
Oh yeah, Josh hears those fireworks in the van, right? Yeah.
What? What do you do? Wait, what do you do when that happens in the van?
He shoves cotton in his ears.
I just take a little walk.
Yeah.
Wait for the van to stop shaking.
Yeah.
And jump back in.
What is it? If this,
it went there.
If this van's a rocking, don't
Yeah, I
get
had to fucking go there. You touring in a fucking band in a van.
right? Come on.
So you just tell him I get fucking lost and go.
He probably knows by now. He's like, I gotta go.
Can see
smoke a
the
cigarette.
sparkle in his eye. Oh shit! Sounds like you fucking have the most amazing fun.
We do.
You have the biggest highs and possibly is some lows because of what you're doing.
Yeah, most definitely. It's a struggle. But I think because we've been doing it for so long, we're not invincible by any means, but we've reached a point.
Right? They're already past invincibility, yes. Yeah, I agree with that, Chi, but we're not going to tell you.
We've reached a point to where it's definitely much, much better than when we first started because we call the first couple of years of touring full time the dark ages.
Did you guys fight a lot because of your relationship and everything?
it wasn't us fighting with each other. It was more of us just venting about situations that we were going through.
That's frustrating too, yeah.
Yeah, so there was
Those
a
were
lot
some
of
dark
yelling and
times.
shouting at times, but it wasn't at each other. It was to each other,
Yeah.
you know, like because we were pissed off about the same things,
That's
you know.
irritating though, yeah.
Is it tough? And we asked this to a girl who was on recently. Is it tough for you being a good looking girl singer and the morons in the crowd shouting out the sexist things or hitting on her? Is it difficult for both of you in different ways?
In punk rock, you really don't get that as much as you would think. At least
There are a few.
it's definitely there, but it's not nearly as bad as what people might think.
It's a little bit
It
more
could be
respectful,
worse.
huh? Yeah.
It could be way worse. But there have been a few situations. We played one city and a guy was trying to give his portion of the door to me and he put it in my bra strap and there's no need for that. There's no need for that.
No, tell him no, but thanks, I'll keep it.
And
Well, I bet you did, right?
Oh, yeah. I
Did
mean,
you keep it?
Yeah, we kept
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like, we have to. Like, especially in the dark
That's
ages.
their door money, yeah.
But we have a code word actually. If there are any creepers that are getting a little too creepy, I'll say, "Hey, Shy, did you?"
Don't say the code word. 'Cause if you
okay.
say the code word and
Now
then
you gotta
now
change the
later on
code
a show,
word.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
Okay, so-
This is
so my
Trump.
advice-
I stopped her just in time.
My advice to other bands: do this. Have a code word, so that way, rather than escalating a situation, you can just de-escalate.
So what do you
I
do?
need
You
that. I need
say the
that,
code
yes.
word to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
And then he comes over and says, "Well, why don't we go take care of this?" or he
Yeah,
just
it's
hangs
more of
out.
like if some guy just like, you know, you get like your
just
drunker
keeps your
guys
eyes
that are
open.
just
Yeah.
getting a little too close, then she'll say the code
Now
word.
turn
and I just
that
kind of
around.
come over there and
Right? Does he get girls hitting on him and you're like, get the fuck out, bitch?
It just
she's
depends
been
on-
a
No, I
little
mean, come on,
aggressive
let's be
with
honest.
her.
It works both ways.
It does,
You're,
it
you're,
does.
you're in a band, you're on the road, you're doing your stuff. There's fucking drunk punk girls who, let's be honest, ain't the classiest
They're
in
worse
the
than
world.
the guys
right?
sometimes.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I can agree.
You know what? They already go there going, I'm boning the drummer no matter what he looks like.
That's Josh.
Unless he looks like that.
Oh, Josh is awesome.
Story of my life.
I've mellowed out a lot as far as jealousy goes, but there was one time in particular we were in Ventura. It was at the sewer in Ventura, and
The sewer.
this chick came up.
Not a real sewer.
Not a real sewer.
I mean, it may
This
as
was
well.
in San
yeah.
Diego.
And you know, we've only got 2 minutes left. So
Okay, go.
Okay, so this chick came up and she put her hand on his chest, said, "You want to come outside with me and smoke?" And it wasn't 2 seconds. I was up by his side, like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, she's like a puff
Wow,
of smoke,
okay.
and there was Molly. Like, what do you want? Like,
But as far as like people hugging him and giving him a kiss on the cheek, that
It's
doesn't bother me
expected,
at
yeah.
all. Doesn't
Yeah.
bother me at all.
Of course not. That's innocent shit.
But touching is a little different.
There's a way. There's
Yeah.
an air about.
There's a certain
yeah.
thing you can tell. Yeah.
You can read.
Oh, man, we're done already. That was.
Start it.
Give me a song to play out with before we say goodbyes.
oh,
Which one?
I
Survive.
don't know.
Enough to survive.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's do that one.
You guys have been awesome, amazing, awesome. I can't wait to see you.
Thank you guys so much for having us.
thanks for
It's
having
been
us.
It's been great.
It's been a pleasure. It's been one of the funnest shows. And also, at the same time, there was some really sad stuff we talked about, but stuff that you beat. Deep stuff, not sad, deep. You're right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
you.
We'll have you
Truly
back
grateful.
next time you're around.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Truly a fucking great show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chaoticradio.com, beautiful disaster. Meow.
Spotlight, not enough to live.